You are going to get both of them at home in the same color. So this one here is the black, and you see that we have one right here, and then we've got the second right next to it. We also have it available in a oil rubbed bronze. So this is your bronze. Here it is in the white. And then we'll show you one more over on QVC.com, and it's in the blue, but only the last 90 remain in the blue. And I will tell you that blue, very coastal, very beach house. It would be fantastic to bring this set of two home for that. The bulbs are included in this. You're also looking at a 60-inch cable. So that's a lot of length that you've got to be able to play around and move with these. The cables are not attached. So it's not like it's a set of two, but you share one cable. They each have their own individual. That means you could put one of these in your basement. You could put one of these upstairs, or you can keep the collection together. It's H479279. It should be $77, but instead it's just $28.99 each, coming in at a total price of $57.99. And of course, you could break it up into that easy payment plan of $19.33. Kathy, what are some of the places that you would decorate with these?
Okay, I have literally so many things to say, I almost don't know where to start.
All right,
where would I decorate
let's see.
with these? I can tell you where I'm planning on decorating with these because I'm keeping these. I don't know if Valerie knows that or not, but I'm not giving these back. So they're going to go on the end tables in my living room. I am a person who a lot of times goes back to black. I usually decorate with the base in black, which I love. I think it brings an elegance. This is getting me to step out of that little box I have for myself. So I am going to go for the blue in the living room. It has this beautiful like wash to it. And then, of course, the bell curve of the fabric shade. I found, and Valerie we've talked about this many, many times over the years. For some reason, lamps are hard to shop for. It's hard to find stores that have them.
Yep.
When you do find stores that have them, they don't have a great selection. And a lot of times you pick the base that you like in the store, and then it's up to you to get the right shade because they don't always come together.
Correct.
So I'm shopping for the base, and I'm shopping for Valerie Parr Hill, who's been at this for decades and decades and knows what she's doing, has put together the perfect size, the perfect shape, the perfect style of the shade and the base. You are good to go. So I would decorate with these in addition to having them where I'm going to have them on the end table. I like these on either side of the sofa table. I do think you can break them apart, like you said. So maybe one goes on like a table that you have in the foyer or a table that you have in the landing. These have a beautiful height to them, but they don't take up too much space. So you could put them on a table like that. And then the other one could go into lighting, maybe someplace in your bedroom,
right.
That, you've got a dark corner. When you around your house in the evenings and then at the nighttime, if you're not feeling that warm, cozy feeling everywhere, what's missing is lighting. So we need to have many points of light throughout the house so that whatever room we're in or whatever rooms we're passing through can have that warm feeling to them. So yes, either keep them both together or you can decorate with them in separate rooms in the house.
I know at $57.99 you would think that that's the price of just one of these lamps. It's not. It's the price of two of these lamps and two in the same color. So they're going to match. So as you see, Kathy has the blue there. We've got two in the black to show you what that match looks like. But we also have that bronze that's available and the white that is available. This price is phenomenal for these. There's a couple things that I personally like about them. I like that they're skinny. I like that they're thin lamps because I feel like there's a lot of areas in my home where I have shorter tables. I think of my foyer in the beginning. That table's a little bit too small that I need a specialized lamp to go there. This is a small footprint. The base on this, just 4 inches, so it's a 4x4. That's super friendly because it sits so high and it's narrow in the beginning. If you have other planters here that came like a little bit close, it's not going to interfere with this whatsoever. Even the shade here, you're getting this beautiful look on this shade. It comes down at a point, or it comes down like curved on the bottom here a little bit, but it's also a thin and made of fabric shade too. How often have you gone to the store, you've looked for a lamp before, you've seen the shades are sold separately, and then you can see that some are kind of plasticky. You ignore those, you pick up the fabric ones, you look at the price tag and you're like, oh, that's more than the base of the lamp is. Here, you're getting two of the bases, two of the shades, 2 of the bulbs, and you're doing so on a clearance price of $57.99. That's an easy pay of just $19.33 as well, which is phenomenal. It's H479279. You know, I feel like, Kathy, when I look at this, I feel like if I put this next to a bookshelf, I turn that bookshelf into a library. Like, it brings such sophistication to wherever it is you place this.
It absolutely does. And you know, you don't even have to twist it to go on. It's a push button to go on.
Oh,
So
wow.
Valerie made that easy for us. You know, sometimes you're trying to turn it on and you're kind of like messing around with it.
Totally. And it
Yeah,
feels, it's
just
loose
easy.
and it goes on forever too. Like, you just keep twisting. No, not the problem here.
Yeah. And I think that it's also important to know, I love the way that you turn the bases almost like so that the point is in the front. I have it so it's more squared.
Yep.
So that'll be up to you when you get it home. But you should know that things like the white, or I believe we call it ivory, but the ivory is on a white side. Okay, so it's not like a true ivory, it's more on the white side.
Good point. And it
And then
also is a little like rough too, which gives it a little bit of an
Yes.
aged look.
That's what I wanted to talk about. Like, I love that Valerie went that step. So it's not one flat paint that's been put on. We actually did this wonderful wash, kind of burnished look. So you're seeing it does have an extra dimension. It's not just going to be a solid. The blue that I have in front of me, it's a beautiful coastal blue, but then it has that whitewash, and you're seeing with the black and the oil rub bronze that it has a burnished look to it.
Blue, ivory, black, and bronze, those are your options, and it's an easy pay of $19.33. Bulbs are included, shades are included, the